What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the BallGame podcast. I'm Matt.
I'm Pete.
I'm Tom.
I'm Chris.
On the heels of a historic collapse, our New York Knicks could not keep pace with the Pacers down the stretch of the fourth quarter.
Yo, how many times did they mention pace on the broadcast? Like the pace of the Pacers. How many times did that talked about?
That.
I like that.
No, I know. I'm just like that. That reminded me.
I like that their playoff slogan is the "Yes, sirs."
So stupid.
That is horrible.
Yo, Dean Wagner, where you at, bro? Why you ducking the podcast?
Yo, you guys had some serious beef in the chat last night.
And he's not here. I showed up though.
Yo, all I know is history repeats itself. History repeats itself one way or another. And honestly, after the Tyrese Haliburton choke symbol on the anniversary of Reggie Miller doing it to us, look, if history repeats itself again, that means that the New York Knicks are going to be winning in 6.
Wait, was it the anniversary?
Oh, really?
What?
Was it the anniversary?
I think it was.
Oh my
the
God, we're done.
anniversary of it.
No way. I gotta look that up.
But that's a good thing.
I know,
because if
I know.
history
Yeah,
repeats
yeah.
itself, we win in 6. So,
Yo, what's the odds on that?
Tom and Pete, you guys talk for a second.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look that up right now. When did Reggie Miller do the choke? Oh, it's right there. What do you know? Wait for it. It is Game 5, June 1st. No, okay. So it wasn't the exact to date.
All right, but
it was the Eastern Conference
was
Finals.
It was in Game 1 also, though?
It was Game 5.
In Game 5.
Yeah, they were down 3-1.
All right.
They won Game 5, and they lost Game
Okay.
6, and the Knicks went to the finals.
So I know we said that we think the Knicks are going to win Game 1, 2, lose in 3.
Well, no, that's what
you said that. You said
Those
it.
are actually your
Don't put
exact
that
words.
on us.
No.
I said Knicks in 5. That could still happen.
No, hear me out. So
Your prediction is over.
So I said Knicks win Game 1, Game 2, lose in 3, win in 4, and win in 5. And then, I mean, you guys were like, yo, like, I like that. Like, I like that.
That's
So,
what
like,
we said.
yeah.
I want to run that back. I don't think
it was like everybody. I got
I
two of
edited
you
the
guys
clip.
say
I don't
that.
think we said it.
Really?
Honestly, Pete, I think
Well, you didn't put it
said
in
that,
the
and we
short.
kind of
We
just
just
like
brushed
disregarded
past
it. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
No, but it was valid because it was
I
like,
definitely remember hearing you say that when I edited the clip. I think we all just
I
disregarded
watched it. Yeah,
I'm
watched it
gonna
back.
run it back.
I was watching
because
it back,
I'm pretty
but
sure I remember.
I was doing homework, and I want to say I appreciate you giving me my flowers on calling the Knicks Celtics series. I was like, because you were like, Trunks, you predicted it, and I'm like, wow, I'm just gonna. And then you were like, Tom did too. I was like, fuck yeah, finally. I was like, thank God, because I couldn't take my victory lap.
Yes.
I wasn't there to
Yes.
take my victory lap. I was so mad, but yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
No, of course, bro.
But so now I think it's gonna go. Obviously, Knicks didn't win Game 1. Maybe it's gonna go. Now they win Game 2.
Yeah, let's see.
Then
Mr. Prophet over here.
then
Then
they.
incorrect.
I think they're gonna win Game. Knicks are gonna win Game 2, lose Game 3, win Game 4, and then maybe win or loss. in
yeah,
the next-
those are the two options, brother. We can't tie, brother.
No,
We
I'm thinking
can't tie.
when the Knicks get home, I think they take it home. I don't know if they win the first game back home or the second one in Game 7. So, oh no, that wouldn't be. That would be Game 6.
No.
No,
Yo,
no,
no,
It was
no,
5
no,
at
no.
home,
Mathing?
6 in Indy, 7 at home.
Okay, so Game 6 would be in Indy.
Yes.
I think if they win, it's home. So it's got to be 7 or 5.
Ooh.
the only two options.
So Knicks and 6 was wrong for me. But if it's Knicks and 6, that's lit. I mean, I don't care where it is as long as we fucking
As long as we win.
Hell yeah.
I don't give a shit if it's in
Hell
Indy.
yeah.
I don't
It
give a
would
shit
be
if it's at MSG.
Great at the Garden, though. Dude, the city would just like.
City's gonna burn down anyway. Like,
I don't want that, but like
Nah, it has to be done.
But like, that's kind of scary, dude. Imagine we're out there, like, dude, think about how many people that is. Like, crazy Knicks fans, bro. Like, making
lot of human
making it
beings.
to the finals. Holy shit! Like, oh man, yo.
Oh man.
I don't know. I'm scared, bro.
well, we're behind the curve right now. So
I was
Yeah,
gonna
no, I
say,
should-
so we still have to win 4 games. The Pacers
Right.
only have to win 3. They took home court advantage. That's done and over with.
Yeah.
Cool, phenomenal. We'll go win one on the road. Last night was a collapse of the most epic proportions. But Aaron Nesmith was shooting on a rim that was about 7 times larger than the normal NBA rim last night. I don't think I've ever seen a shooting performance from anyone not named Steph Curry like that. That was unbelievable. That was insane. The Tyrese Haliburton buzzer beater to tie the game when he thought he won it. That was the mix of Kawhi's bounce and Kevin Durant's toe being on the line. That was one of the most epic. Removing myself as a Knicks fan for a moment, that was one of the most epic games of basketball I have ever watched in my entire life.
I said that in the group chat after the game. Like I was like, that was one of the greatest basketball games I've ever seen.
Ever.
Like, that was unreal.
Insane.
That was unreal.
I couldn't. I was also sweating a parlay last night, and like
As usual.
I needed OT. I needed OT, and we got OT in that fashion. I was like, but like I also didn't really care about the parlay because I wanted the Knicks to win. Genuinely, I was like, literally take my $50. Like I want the Knicks to win. I don't give a
50 on the lay.
I put
Damn,
$50 on the leg. Yeah, I was feeling it.
My last leg
was
was
feeling
Knicks minus 4.5, bro. I thought I was in the clear, man. I thought I was in the clear.
God.
So did I, man. So did I.
So
Yeah.
some people are saying that the ball might have touched the camera up top, and that could disqualify the shot as like interference.
There's no shot.
But I don't remember seeing the ball hit
That
any
thing was-
camera.
I think
That
the ball
shit might
touched
have
the
hit
moon.
the jumbo. Yeah, that shit might have hit the
Yeah.
jumbotron, bro.
I can't believe that shit.
It literally went off screen.
Oh, it was so obvious
saw
that
this-
shit was dropping, bro.
Dude, I saw it bounce up, and I was like, oh, thank God he didn't make it.
you
Bro,
know
they had
what?
the power of Jim Irsay on their side
So-
last night. We were fucked.
Once Tyrese was going
RIP.
downhill and he turned around, I said he's going out and cashing this for a
Yes,
30 easily.
yes.
I said to Amanda before the ball was, I was explaining to her in that moment actually how much I dislike Tyrese Haliburton, and I said, I'm like, and he's gonna fucking game him right now too. She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, he's gonna hit a game winner.
does
She's like, how do you know? I'm like, this is what he does. Like, watch. I didn't think he was actually gonna do it. You know what I
No,
mean?
I-
But
full on thought he was
happened,
gonna
you're
do
probably
it.
like,
Full on thought he was going to do it.
Bro, what is it now? 12 of 13 on game tying or game winning shots?
I saw 11 of 12, but I thought that was the stat
that
last
was
time.
prior.
Right? So it's
yeah,
12
that's what I'm
13.
saying.
Okay.
12 of 13
I mean-
now, I think.
Yeah, I said maybe like a week or two ago when the Knicks were, going up on the Celtics. I think my exact bar was when we were kind of getting ahead of ourselves previewing this series before it was a thing. I said, the Knicks have the black magic on their side, but the Pacers do too, and they might have more magic than anyone right now, and that's all that was. I'm sorry. Like, shout out to them for doing what they had to do. That shit was just devil black magic. Like,
Aaron
are-
Neesmith turned into Jesus
that's
Christ.
a once in a lifetime ending of a basketball game. We will never see a basketball
No,
game end in that
absolutely not.
fashion ever again.
So
Hold on, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
We say that, but the Pacers have now fucking done it 3 times.
No, but that one was even
I
more
know. That was
crazy
even
than the other
crazier.
ones,
That was
bro.
even crazier, but like, I can't be sure this doesn't happen again.
Bro, Amanda's cousin went. Amanda's little cousin went to the game, paid for tickets for a Knicks playoff game. Bro left with 3 minutes left.
Oh,
He said he got on the
no.
train and saw they were in overtime.
Oh my God.
that's what I said. He loses the game, honestly.
Like,
He
it's
leave with 3 minutes
literally
left.
like that's literally just a once in a generation type
was
of ending to a basketball game. Man, we
Yes.
got to talk about it, but
Yes.
it's just there's so much that we can't even say.
Bro.
On
The Knicks' process down the stretch of the game was terrible, though. Horrible.
horrible.
Shooting a bunch of threes, like when it was still the game was still basically over at that point. But Cat bricked one, I think. I think OG bricked one. I think Brunson bricked one. It was just, and then at the end of the game when they were up 5, that OG dunk attempt that got the foul call got
foul, yeah.
reversed. It's just like, why are we even trying to? There was I think 30 seconds left on the game clock and 20 seconds left on the shot clock.
So-
it's like, just pull the ball out maybe.
One that I think is not being talked about enough. Cat with 41 seconds left. I went back and watched the whole thing today because I apparently hate myself. But I said I did 4 of the 5 stages of grief. The last was acceptance. So I went on Twitter. I went through all the memes and I saw everything. And then I went back and watched the last 2 minutes of the 4th quarter.
So many Tyrese.
Yeah. So Cat with 41 seconds left and 17 seconds on the shot clock charges to the basket to get a layup, and he scores it. But if you just dribble it out, throw up a bad shot, Pacers get the rebound, come down, hit a 3. They're still down 3 with 22 seconds left and no shot clock.
Right. The
Why are
Knicks extended that game
Right.
more
Yes.
than it had to.
Right.
I completely agree. The process down the stretch was just, it was baffling, especially like again, like we've given him so many flowers throughout the course of this postseason, but I mean, Jalen Brunson down the stretch of that game was just like so uncharacteristic of him. Like not even just the scoring stuff, but just like being a floor general and running a team. Like you know,
7 turnovers,
the lazy
lazy
passes, and just the process of running the offense was just so like. Why are we? They were in such a rush for no reason.
And another thing, Josh Hart, change the goddamn shoes, brother. Why does it look like you're playing on a slip and slide outside? Literally playing on a slip and slide.
On the biggest possession of the season.
Dude, I don't
that
understand.
That just can't happen.
The back door from
that just can't happen.
Oh my God!
You got Mitch out there to protect the rim and get rebounds, and you got Obi Toppin soaring in, looking like prime Sean Kemp.
And he got fouled.
Yeah, oh my God, that dunk was insane. By the way,
like, what the putback?
The double pump? No, the double pump that he got. That was an insane dunk.
They didn't call it
like an in-game dunk to double pump like that. That shit was nuts. But
bro, he
like
really
credit to him, but.
Yo,
I mean,
look, as a Knicks fan, obviously a lot of pain, but again, trying to remove that to analyze the game itself. Andrew Nembhard is so goddamn good at
basketball player.
so goddamn good at basketball.
I hate it for us right now.
And then Tyrese, look, as much as you may hate the man, the overrated notions need to go the fuck away. I don't care what anyone says. If you want to have this debate, we can have this debate,
bro. I don't know how to explain
bro,
it.
That shit hit the ceiling.
Getting lucky.
That shit hit the ceiling.
Oh my God!
Like,
still at 31.
No, he played a great game. He played a phenomenal game, bro.
Like,
but like, what the fuck, man? That's how you go into OT.
Like he really is he's having a great playoff run. Like he really is, but like. I've never seen the basketball gods be on a guy's side this
on
much
a team's
in my life.
side like this.
Yeah,
before.
I've just never seen something like. Shout out to them for doing what they have to do, but like, and maybe I'm a lazy analyst and I don't know ball and I can't break down the X's and O's, but like, so much of this to me, the whole run is just like the basketball gods want the Pacers to win. Like that's all it is to me.
I do agree, and every time I try and like analyze the last few minutes, like that is the foregone conclusion. But like. Nesmith hitting 6 threes in a row. Like half of those were open.
Yes,
and
bingo.
The like 4th or 5th one he hit, nobody near him.
So I saw a stat that over the past 2 years, Aaron Nesmith is one of the best catch and shoot 3-pointers in the league, right? But on 3-point attempts that he takes a dribble, he's one of the worst in the league.
Oh.
He shot 4 for 4 on 3-point attempts, or 5 for 5, perfect on 3-point, because he was doing a lot of off the pin down one dribble, and he shot perfect on one. Like it was literally an out of body experience. Out of body experience. Yeah. Shout out to him, like literally.
He's still a great shooter.
Dude, he turned into
he's a great
Tracy
player.
McGrady in it,
bro. I mean,
he's been really good for them all playoffs.
He's
too.
been awesome.
20 points in the last 5 minutes of a playoff game. Like he did something that's never been done before.
He's been the best shooter in the playoffs.
We probably won't see it done again. Like we talk about, like we've only seen Steph Curry's in that magnitude of a moment. Steph Curry's never even done that. Like it's something that's never been done before. Plus, on the other side, having the assignment of guarding Brunson all fucking game long. And granted, Brunson still got his 40, but, like, still, having that assignment and being able to hit the shots down the stretch, like, you just got to tip your cap, man.
I hate watching him play defense. Because he is a park defender, Aaron Nesmith. He is a park defender.
Physical, bro. He's strong, dude.
Yeah, he is. He's strong, dude. He's a strong guy.
Celtics really gave him up for nothing, bro.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Malcolm Brogdon.
But, I mean, so, Matt, what's your level of confidence going forward? How much has it skewed?
It's changed. It's changed for sure. Am I saying that we're going to lose the series guaranteed? No. But, like, if I had a panic meter on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm probably at, like, a 7.
That's all I was going to say.
Losing like that at home when you're up 17 in the fourth quarter, I'm at a 7. And granted, like if there is any team that I've seen bounce back from the worst moments over and over and over again, the Knicks have done that. But there is not a moment that is worse than what we just saw. I think part of me is terrified that they're going to come out in game 2 and the shooting performance is going to carry over. And they're going to beat the brakes off of us. And we're going to be down 2-0. going into Indiana, and I'm not saying that we can't win those 2 games, but I'm saying that we probably don't win those 2 games. So it's a rough one. I'm at a 7.
So I remember I said my number one worry going into this series was the Knicks getting quote unquote comfortable. That fourth quarter
He was right.
Jeez. That's exactly
and I
what
also
happened.
said I wouldn't be surprised if I see the same thing happen that we did to the Celtics
To Boston, you were right.
to happen to us. I kind of want to clip that shit. I kind of want to clip that shit.
He
it was
got a
clipped,
take,
but okay.
bro. He got a take. He got a take.
I was like, I truly think that saying we were down to Boston by 20, came back and won that game, I could see us having the lead up by 20 and then losing it. Like the same thing fucking happening to us. That's literally what the fuck I just realized I said that shit. Yo, we're clipping that. We're clipping that. But
Yo,
but
this
really,
Thunder defense is
so,
terrifying.
It's so distracting.
I
too.
just
is
looked at
insane.
this game a few minutes ago. I feel like that was like 4-point
Yep,
game.
it was, because that's what OKC does.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that was a close game like 5 minutes ago. Yeah, and I can't believe I said it. I was hoping it wasn't true, but like that's literally what's happening right now.
It's just crazy too, though, because they didn't do that for 46 minutes of the game. You know what I mean? They took care of their business.
Not even 42.
Yeah.
Whatever it was,
They were
yeah.
pressing with 6 minutes left to go.
Yeah, whatever it was. But for majority of the game, they
Yeah.
did take care of their business, and they didn't get complacent and let off the gas. And then up 17 with whatever the fuck it was, I'd probably take my foot off the gas a little bit too.
Yo, yeah, I'll be
You
honest.
know what I mean?
I also
Like-
don't even think it was that they like necessarily like played lazy or anything. I think just the Pacers I don't even
do
know.
that. They just do
what the
this.
Pacers kind of do.
Yes.
And it was the same thing when we beat Boston in that fashion. Like Boston was still hustling. They're still giving it their
I
all.
think-
we just had that in us to do it. So it's like we're kind of getting a taste of our own medicine right now, and I don't really like it.
That's a great way to put it. Is the Knicks got a taste of their own medicine for
Yeah.
sure. I think the last few minutes of the game, the Knicks did everything as bad as they could have, and the
Yes.
Pacers capitalized in the best fashion they could have. And it was just a perfect storm of Pacers playing perfect basketball and the Knicks playing terrible basketball. And that was going to be my takeaway. Is like my panic meter.
I was about to say, what's yours?
I'm at like a 5 or a 6. I mean, I'm not.
I think I'm leaning more
at
towards
the end of the day, like
7, because
it's
Just agreed with me.
no, I changed my mind. No, because at first, you know why I agreed? Because I thought you were
Pete
gonna
waits till he
say
likes a better opinion.
yeah,
than me.
because I thought you were gonna I thought you were gonna say like 9 or 10, and then you said lower, and I was like, okay, like I could agree that it's not like high. So, reason being is that I don't think there's the only thing to panic about is like if the Pacers get like really lucky again, like that's my only worry. But I wouldn't be panicking
They've
about
been
that.
look, we could
I
call
wouldn't
it
panic about it.
we could call it luck all we want.
no, they're
They've
good.
done it over.
The thing is,
and over,
though, like,
and over and over
like,
again.
are the Pacers gonna play that poorly for 42 minutes again? You know what I mean?
Their
Like,
bench has been the best.
Probably not.
One of the best
Yeah,
in the
like-
playoffs so far, and they were awful.
So
awful.
they didn't play like poorly though. Like it was really that
their
fourth quarter
defense
stretch.
was that fourth quarter stretch when Brunson went to the bench.
Yeah,
That's what it
but
was.
the
and
whole
Knicks
game
won
was
the
shot for shot, basically.
Yeah.
Like
The Pacers just couldn't get a damn stop
Right.
for their life, and then in the last 5 minutes, they
they got every
got a
shot.
shit
Yeah.
ton of
They
stops.
didn't, they didn't have a lead since the second quarter. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
They had their first lead in overtime.
Yeah.
I
So,
think, right?
What tightened up the most was their offensive their defensive
Or-
Yeah.
rebounding. We were dominating them on the offensive boards, and they tightened up down the stretch of the game too. So
Yeah.
that'll do it. So
And Carlisle just like coaching masterpiece, like
Yeah.
switching to Obi Toppin and putting Turner on the bench so they could switch everything.
Yes.
It just had you guys so frazzled. I mean, I don't know if I've seen Brunson that frazzled with pressure in a very long time.
getting doubles sent at him every time, and literally turning it over every single
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
I'm like, JB, pass it
Like
out.
he had 7 turnovers. He probably could have had. There's 2 at the end of the game
Yeah.
that probably should have been turnovers, and I'm
Yeah.
sure there's 1 or 2 more throughout the course. Like he probably should have had 10+
Bro,
turnovers.
probably
in this
should have had a
game.
double.
Yeah.
But yeah, so my positive takeaways are, like you said, for 85% of the game, you hung in there, you did what you had to
done
do. And again, the Knicks have been basically the opposite of that the whole playoffs. They didn't look great, and then the fourth quarter comes around, last 12 minutes of the game, they turned it on. And like Brunson, I don't expect him to be that frazzled again. He just hasn't been that continuously for if he does, he does. But like I just don't expect it from him. He's been one of the best playoff performers in the NBA for the past couple of years. So Cat was getting whatever he wanted for most of the game.
Played a great game.
He played
bro.
awesome.
It
Really
sucked. Like,
Yeah.
wasted, man.
35
like, fuck,
to
dude.
12, whatever it was. Brunson got whatever he wanted until like they started really zoning in on him and he was turning the ball
We
over.
really had 2 shots at the end too.
Yeah. That's the thing too, is like, first of all, I think Brunson in that moment, he's thinking about trying to get a foul and just get a clean shot off, man. Like,
Oh, and it just
you know?
sucks that Dean's take was, or your take actually, looked a little bit right because Jalen Brunson, short air ball, get an offensive rebound. Karl Anthony Towns, short front rim.
Front rim.
Knicks ran out of legs. You know what I
That's-
mean? That's
that's
like
why
that's
Brunson
the
did
tell.
look gassed.
That's the tell-all. Like there's so many moments throughout the end of that game where you could tell they were gassed, but the last 2
Yeah.
shots being an air ball and short front rim was
Yeah.
the tell-all. Like ran out of legs, and Pacers going 10 deep while the Knicks are playing 7 guys. Like shit, man.
And- Like
Yeah.
that's what I think the Knicks do have to do a better job of early in the game, is not let Brunson get involved in these defensive actions so easily. Like you got McCall, OG, Josh, it's really hard, but you gotta fight over screens. Get a few extra possessions of Brunson, like, not having to be
Easing
in
up,
the the target on defense.
Yeah, it's
Because even like when Brunson was off the floor, like that's why the
Did well.
Pacers were so frazzled. They couldn't target anyone.
Yeah.
this was my point. Like saying that the Knicks, they desperately needed game 1 at minimum, because as I said, like you don't want this series going deep.
No.
You just went into overtime when that never should have happened in the first place, and you should have been out of it with an easy 48 minutes. Maybe not easy first 36, but an easy final 12.
Yeah.
And less pressure on you going into game 2 because you didn't have to play in a tight game down the stretch. And now you just went through a whole nother 5 minutes of stressful as basketball on your body. And now you go into game 2 probably a little bit worn out. So
I think it's for both teams, though. I think they're both gonna be a little.
Nah,
bit
Pacers
Thing is,
do this, bro.
the Pacers just have
do
so
this.
much more depth that they could rely on.
Pacers don't have a single player averaging over 34 minutes a
Like
game
it was
for the
so
playoffs.
evident in that overtime that the Pacers were full of life and the Knicks were. I mean, Mitchell Robinson in that overtime was damn near fucking useless.
Yes.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
He
On
was.
that sideline out of bounds where Deuce just. I don't know what he was doing. And then Mitch in the drop, I don't know what the fuck he was
That was
doing.
horrible.
And Obi Toppin skying
Walks
in
to the
for
rim,
fucking
yeah.
offensive rebounds and shit. Like, Mitchell Robinson was fucking useless in that overtime. And it's just like,
I don't know why they
he
kept
was shit.
subbing him in and out.
He was
They're-
shot.
They're losing.
Yeah.
He was shot.
It's hustle, bro.
Brunson was obviously fucking shot. Like,
Which is
Yeah.
crazy because he got more rest than he typically does earlier in the game. Like,
Neesmith was giving
But-
him hell, bro.
I mean, you see this guy trying to get open, like trying to go to the
yeah,
ball.
Neesmith
Like
was giving him hell, bro.
Yeah.
Even Nemhard, like, I mean, they were talking about it on the broadcast. Like, the Pacers threw like 6 different guys at him. Siakam guarded him a little. Howie guarded him a
He
little.
said Shepherd at him
Obviously,
late.
Neesmith, Shepherd guarded him. Nemhard guarded him. Like,
Yeah.
everyone got a taste of him. So you have all these guys on fresh
yo.
legs going at a guy who's having to dribble, pound the clock for 48 minutes. Like, it's taxing.
toll on you,
Like,
yeah.
and again, that last shot being an air ball is the
Yeah,
tell-all,
very
bro.
telling,
Like,
Yeah, but there's 2 things here. One, this is that shit only worked in the fourth quarter for the Pacers, and then they got lucky going into overtime. Second, the Knicks' greatest thing, throughout the whole playoff series is that they have that energy and stamina to play 40+ minutes
but
and still
it's-
win. But now they're facing a team that
has
doesn't
more
have that
energy
problem.
and stamina.
So that's why I think it's an interesting watch. But also, like, it only worked, like I said, in the fourth quarter, and they did get kind of lucky. So I'm not too panicky about the situation. I also think maybe as Knicks fans, maybe we needed this first game to be an L because we've been having so much greatness happening in the last, couple games, especially coming here for the first time in 25 years. I think that we needed to get hit with a little bit of strong wind.
I get what you mean. Like, you
needed a
never
hat to
need a
fly
loss
off.
in the
No,
playoffs, but like
Pete,
the
I'll
Knicks
be
need to
honest
get
with
punched in the
you.
mouth.
I don't think we
you
need.
know?
I don't think it's the
Not like this.
No, we didn't.
No, not like that. Yeah.
And you can also look back at that game, and the things that went wrong could definitely be adjusted. It's not like they completely fucking dominated us the whole game, like the way that the Wolves lost to OKC in their
I mean,
game
yeah, what the hell do
one.
these guys do?
You know what I mean? Like, yeah,
Like, you
yeah.
know,
Like no, like game 1 for them, like
down 20 in both games. Like,
right, like they have something to worry about. They're
Right.
like, shit, they smoked us by 20.
Right.
Our situation is a little different. We had it up until the fourth quarter. Everything was going great. And we could tweak what just happened.
That
you know?
shit just so demoralizing.
It's very
bro.
demoralizing.
So
It's only
demoralizing.
demoralizing if you're not a championship contending team, and I think the Knicks are.
Yeah.
If you're just a regular team that isn't going to make it to the playoffs, doesn't have that championship mindset,
But like,
yeah, you'll let it get to you. But I think the Knicks are going to come back.
yeah, but Matt,
stronger.
you said in the
think
opening,
it's
like,
that
if there's
cutting,
any
right?
team that shakes it off, it's the like.
Agreed.
You have
You know?
to though.
But
It's like
you're-
not even an option. Not
You're
to.
beyond, like, you just witnessed them be physically taxed. You're beyond just physically taxed now. You are mentally taxed. The problem was, in the past, you could be as mentally taxed as you want. You're a tough-minded team and everything. They're not just that anymore. Like, it's very clear that they're running out of gas. They're running out of gas. You can't run a 7. Look, I get it. I understand. But the Tibbs way has worked to this point, but you cannot run a 7-man rotation throughout the entirety of the playoffs and expect for guys to still be going at 100% come conference finals time or finals time. So it's not a realistic ask against the team that runs.
I think
10
the
deep.
I don't want to get too ahead.
I think the pressure's on
game.
Tibbs, man, because, like, obviously it's worked for you guys all year long throughout the playoffs. He's the goddamn clutch player of the year, but, like, Brunson could not, when they turned up the pressure in that fourth quarter and ran Obi Toppin at the small ball 5 and were switching everything and trapping everything off the pick and rolls, it was just like, I mean, not a knock on Brunson, but when you have two guys coming at you every time, like, you're not going to be able to score.
Yeah.
And I mean, I got Amanda sitting next to me on the couch. You know what she said to me? She said, does Mikal Bridges think he's in the crowd with Timothy Chalamet? Why is he just standing there watching? I said, you're entirely fucking right. Like, they do. And granted,
Well, that's not even on him. Like-
It's worked all year long. Like, let Brunson cook and stand and
Yeah.
watch and be ready to shoot. But it's like, when they are
the
trapping
guy, yeah.
everything, you got to do, like,
Well,
maybe
it's also Brunson has to be able to pass out.
yeah, like,
Brunson
And he was
dropping
unwilling.
It
like
was also-
maybe
Yeah.
it's like
Trap.
gets Cat some touches in that, especially the game he was having, like down the stretch. Like, obviously he was stroking the thing. Probably his best 3-point shooting game of the playoffs.
He was
so
like 5 for
far.
5 or 5
Yeah,
for 4. or
but
something.
like, goddamn, like maybe get him some post, especially when they take Miles Turner out of the game. You know what I mean? Get even Mikal. Mikal's a great, you know,
Yes.
short post player, mid post player. Like, just to get some of the stress off Brunson instead of just having these guys standing. Like, if she's able to point that out,
Yeah.
like, it's a problem. You know what I mean?
They also went away from, because Brunson and Cat started the fourth, right?
Yes. I think.
Which, because it's usually been Mikal with those two off, and it's like those guys are going to be put in a position where they're going to have to play the whole fourth quarter at some point, which just isn't
I thought
ideal.
they didn't start it with Brunson because that's when they went on the run.
No, Brunson came out because he got a foul.
Yes.
Yeah.
With like
you're right,
9
right,
minutes.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's that. Yeah, pressure's on Tibbs. I agree. He's adjusted well these playoffs, like from
Great job,
from an X's and O standpoint. So, like,
Yeah.
my faith is still there. You know what I mean? That's why I'm not completely down and out from this game.
I don't
you
know.
know?
Call me crazy. Maybe I don't know shit about shit, but Precious Achiuwa, I feel like this is a series that he can play. I don't know.
Sure. I mean,
I just-
he's fresh legs at least.
He's
You know what
not
I mean?
good at
Like,
basketball necessarily, but like he's a good rebounder. He gives you effort. Great defender. Like
Yeah, he's much better in terms of like stepping out and switching.
Yes.
If they're just gonna
Yeah.
spam Haliburton pick and rolls all game. Like,
it's not like he's gonna.
Cat and Mitch are just
Shit, I
gonna
mean,
get
what was
fried.
Campaign doing out there? Like,
Yeah.
Campaign hit 2 threes, granted, but
Yeah.
bro
Eventually.
faked to go
Eventually.
draw a charge
Yeah.
and
Like-
getting foul calls on him.
Yeah, like Cat, for as great as he played offensively, was getting fucking
Oh my
fried in
God,
the pick
yeah.
and roll. Like I said, Mitch played great for, you know, the first 4 quarters, 3.5 quarters, but then down the stretch of the game, Mitchell Robinson was literally useless out
Yeah.
there. Like,
Yeah, we saw Precious be valuable for us last year in the playoffs too.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, why not? Why
Yeah,
not?
I think
try
this is
it,
a good series for him, especially like you're seeing, like, you know, in this series, it hasn't really worked for the Timberwolves, but, you know, they saw that Jalen Clark was good for them in the OKC matchups in the regular season. Chris Finch went to Jalen
Yep.
Clark early. The Thunder saw that Kenrich Williams would be good in this
Oh my
matchup to
God.
guard Julius Randle. He wasn't playing in the
was
playoffs.
awesome.
Right, and he wasn't playing in the playoffs before.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes
Right.
you got to just try shit out, especially after a demoralizing loss like that. You might have to just try something out. So, if Precious doesn't play well, you just
pull him.
yank him.
You pull him.
Yeah, that's all.
I think he needs. I think he needs a chance.
I agree.
I think in the series, especially if they're gonna go small like that.
And bro, Miles Turner ain't gonna make you pay like that. He'll make you pay
he
for
was
three.
in the
He'll
first
make
half.
you pay
First
from
half,
three.
he was making you pay.
When I say he won't make you pay like that, I mean he's not
playing
going to put him.
small,
Yes, he's not going to put him in the post. He's a great knockdown shooter, bro.
Yeah.
Was not missing mid-range jumpers.
I love
was hitting
Miles
from
Turner.
three. He's awesome,
dude. He's such a good
He's
basketball
awesome.
player.
He's
bro.
awesome. He's the
Oh my
perfect
gosh.
center. He's really the perfect
I love
center.
him, bro.
I think you got to do something different. You got to switch it up. Precious deserves to be in this game. I mean, in this series. So
Yeah. If you want me to be honest, from a not fan perspective, and I know you guys are fans of the team, your panic meter should be a little bit higher than a 7 or a 6. I'm not gonna lie.
I think there was a lot
Bro,
of.
that's
It's still game
No,
one.
it was
I know
demoralizing.
it's game 1, but
I can't
shit, man.
say 8 and
It's
up.
just
I
like-
can't
I feel like
do
that
it.
happens in game 2. Like my panic meter will
Yeah, we go down
it's
2-0,
low
come
right
back
now.
to me,
It's
but-
But it
low right
doesn't
now.
take something
It will
like
jump very
that
quickly
to
though.
happen in game 2. It takes
Losing
shit,
game 2.
even if you guys win game 2, though. It's like
I'll be clinching my ass.
I'd be very surprised if
But-
they're dropping both of them in Indy. You know what I mean? They're at least gonna win one at home. So
Right.
it's like
I think it's gonna go band for band every game. Honestly,
I'm not
don't know,
scared to the point where I'm like, oh my God, we're definitely going to drop game 2 and we're screwed for the rest of the series. We
Right,
didn't get
I
like
don't think that.
absolutely dominant.
no, 100%.
That's why
it's
I'm at
definitely
a
not
7.
over. It's just like I don't know. We've all played sports before. Like
Oh, you lose a game like that,
Like,
it's hard to get.
remember when
to get
we
back to
lost
the next one.
that game where the kid hit the half court shot on us, bro? We still talk about that to this day. Like, imagine we had to
That was
go
horrible.
we had to go play against the same team 2 days later, bro.
That was
like,
horrible,
and granted,
bro.
we're not professional NBA
Right,
players,
right,
but
right.
imagine we had to go play against the same
I'm
team
not
2
gonna
days
lie.
later.
I'm not gonna lie.
He'd be prepared for it.
Yeah,
the rest of us
yeah.
wouldn't. He would. Come on.
No, but
Stop
like,
it. We'd be
no,
fucking
but
demoralized.
No.
Truncali, bro, would go 0 for 10 the next game, bro. Joe Malosha would
Time
have
out.
20 turnovers the next game,
no,
bro.
you can't
Wow.
tell me you wouldn't be motivated
I'd be
to go.
No, obviously I'd be
beat their asses,
motivated,
like-
but I'd be fucking frazzled.
I don't know.
It's human nature, bro. Bro, that's a once in a generation type of loss. And you guys, like, they were on the losing end of it. Like, I'm not saying it's impossible to jump back from that, but would we be surprised if like you said, if the Pacers come out on fire
I agree.
tomorrow and the Knicks come out maybe a little bit flatter than usual? And granted, the Knicks could come out flat and then turn it up like we've seen all postseason, like you guys mentioned.
Yes.
But, this Pacers team is good enough to where if they come out hot, we know how great they
can
can
hold
shoot the
on,
ball.
yeah.
Like, they can make it a blowout quick. I'm not saying it's over, but, like, shit, man. It's just tough to bounce back from something like that.
No,
It's
I
something
know,
we've
it's
never
just-
seen before. You
The
know what I
Knicks
mean?
have just been so good at bouncing back
Yeah,
that, like I
100%.
said, if it was any other team, maybe a little higher. But yeah, I mean, it's a long series.
Yeah.
My closing thoughts will be this: we might not never see a comeback like that again, but no lead is safe in this series on either side. No lead is safe.
That's
We
why I'm
will
not
see
panicking.
another double-digit second half, fourth quarter come from behind win. I'll guarantee it. I don't know whose side it's going to be on. I hope it's ours, but I guarantee we'll see it again. This is going to be a
agree.
fun one. If you're not a fan of this, you're going to enjoy it. If you are a fan,
Yes.
you're going to hate
That
your
was
life.
thrilling, bro.
Yeah.
I was like driving home to Amanda's for like the first part of the comeback, and like I asked her like, "Are you watching the game still?" And she said, "Yeah, but there's only a few seconds left. It's about to be over." I said, "No, the hell it's not."
at that
I
scoreboard.
walked in as they were reviewing the foul on Siakam. I
Yeah.
said, "This like," and then. In overtime, before the Knicks like missed the 3 at the end, she said like, "Oh, the game's almost over." Nice. I said, "You said that 30 minutes ago."
I would be remiss to not mention the fact that we did get fucking hosed in overtime. They missed the goaltend. That was a 5-point swing.
Sure.
Because then Nemhard came down and hit a 3 in the corner right after.
Overtime, my overtime take was just like, yeah, the goaltend sucked, whatever. But they were going shot for shot. Like, they were even saying it on the broadcast, whoever gets the ball last is going to win. We had 2 shots at the end to win it, and we
By
didn't.
6, bro.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda. We were up by fucking 17 with
You
5
guys
minutes
made a
left.
shit ton of mistakes down
Right.
the stretch of that overtime too. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That you got
exactly.
bailed out on. Like
Yeah.
Brunson should have had a turnover.
no,
you know what I
Hart,
mean?
Hart
Like,
fell and magically
know, that-
recovered and got
yeah.
the ball.
That's
like-
still pain though. That
100%.
sucks.
yeah, that sucks. Yeah,
That
sucks.
was just compiling on top of everything we had already gone through, and I was
like-
just like, bro, come on.
If the refs are gonna miss a goaltend, that's probably the one to miss. That shit
was close.
That was this close. Like
was
in
close.
live act, and
But-
you know,
I guess.
It-
I don't know.
I know you
hurts.
guys as fans like needed to have hope, but like once that game went to overtime,
There was
like
no
you
chance.
were never winning that
There
game.
was
No,
no
we knew.
chance.
We knew.
Like, yeah.
I was just praying we made Haliburton a meme, bro.
It was just
I was
like they
praying.
were never losing
my
that game.
mom said it. We went to overtime. She was like, "Oh, thank God we're going to overtime." I go, "We are not winning this game." She's like, "Don't say that." I'm like, "You don't understand. You don't know what I know."
Yeah, there was
I go,
just
"You
no
don't know what I
chance.
know."
You don't know what I know.
We are not, bro. They
We're
had
talking about
they
not-
literally Jim Irsay got God on their side.
Yes.
We never stood a chance.
Bro, if Brunson hit that 3-pointer at the end of overtime, they probably would have hit a full court shot right after.
Yeah,
like
no,
there was
for
just
real.
no chance they were losing.
You know what's
that
crazy
game after
too?
that.
Knicks are minus 250 for tomorrow.
That
As they
doesn't
should
surprise
be.
me.
Come
It
on.
should be.
Bro, and you know what's the most fucked up thing is like,
Everyone's
I was-
gonna. That's why I low key think like we're locked to win tomorrow because everyone's gonna hammer Pacers money line.
Yeah, but if you think
True.
about it, like live betting with 6 minutes left in that game, the
yeah.
Knicks were locked too. You know what I mean?
That's true.
I genuinely looking at it
We've
like
seen locks lose.
No, I'm
Yeah.
saying like
Yeah.
because everyone's gonna bet Pacers money line. That's why.
no, I get what you're saying because like the books are like, yo, like, it's bait.
Yep.
It's fucking bait. But at the same time, I was looking at it from a non-Knicks standpoint, and I was like, if the Knicks weren't playing, I would be taking the Pacers because of the value. No, because of the value, not because I
I
think the
wouldn't
Pacers
just
gonna
because
win.
it's a trap. That's why I wouldn't.
The
I would,
Pacers are put that heavy of
an
plus
underdog.
money,
I would
yes.
say it's a trap.
They're
Or
going to
I'd be
be a
taking-
very popular underdog.
I've been
yeah.
very
but let
big,
them go down 10 in the fourth.
right.
Smashing it.
I've been very big on underdog spreads throughout this whole playoff series because a lot of the times these games aren't going to wind up. They're going to wind up very close, and the spreads can get really aggressive, especially live. You know, you're talking the Pacers were plus 14.5, and I think in the fourth quarter, at the beginning of the fourth. So, I mean, dude, I personally, I saw that. I was like, I'm not touching anything on the Pacers because I'm a Knicks fan. But logically, I think that's a great fucking bet because I don't think the Pacers are going to lose out by more than 14. You know,
Man, anything can happen at this point. That's
Yeah.
all I've learned from these NBA playoffs, bro. Anything can happen.
Jesus Christ.
And this
that bald
OKC,
man is
this
insane.
OKC defense is just the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm not even gonna lie.
it's so distracting. I keep looking at it this whole time.
But look, I mean, hopefully we don't have to talk about a Knicks offseason anytime soon.
Right.
I'm hoping we continue this moving on.
There is an off season.
But there is an offseason for a certain team, and it came a lot faster than they would have hoped and expected, given that they have the best player in the world. The Denver Nuggets and their epic collapse in Game 7 and just an embarrassing fashion showed a lot of the problems with a roster that we kind of ignored just how poorly it was constructed because of the greatness of one man, Nikola Jokic. And here we are. They're in the offseason after a Game 7 loss, and we need to fix them. We need to figure out how the Denver Nuggets can move on to next season and be better than they were this year and put a proper championship level roster around the best player in the world, Nikola Jokic. So I ask you guys this question. Chris, how do we rebuild the Denver Nuggets?
It's a
Or
trick.
retool, sorry.
It's a tricky situation because they have a lot of money tied to a lot of guys. Congrats to David Adelman.
I was just
who
going to say, I was
Yeah.
pulling up the
Deserves.
contract, but yeah.
Yeah,
Well
I
deserved.
don't know what the numbers are, but I think
Yeah.
it was 3 years. So
Something like
congrats
that,
to
yeah.
him. But I mean, the obvious move is you trade Michael Porter Jr. and it's just
To who?
you kind of gotta
You got to get a 2-for-1.
I was gonna say you kind of gotta just field the market, and it's kind of just like whatever you could get, right?
I said, because I was on 2K doing this like last week. MPJ, I was looking around. I was like, the only team that I could see doing it is Orlando.
That's
Sends
what I
them
was
back
thinking.
like KCP and Cole Anthony or something like that. And like,
Bro. Yeah.
like that's it. That what the hell else are you getting MPJ for?
But
yeah.
shit, I mean, if I'm the Nuggets, I definitely
And I think
want
if you're the
KCP
Magic and
back.
like you can't get anything else done, really, you know what I mean? Like you can't make a big trade.
It's just such a weird fit with the Nuggets.
They like those
granted,
kinda
he's a
guys,
great
though,
shooter.
you know?
He's a great shooter, but like,
Anyway, I
Yuck.
stole your whole thing,
No,
but yeah.
I agree though. It's just kind of whatever you could get. I mean, in a perfect world, you do everything you can to get Cam Johnson on this team to take Michael Porter Jr.'s spot. It's just how do you make that work with the money? Like the Nets were hesitant to trade Cam Johnson at the trade deadline. They seem like they want him to be a part of their future, which is very, very strange.
Very Nets.
Nets are very strange. But I mean that's the guy.
Yeah, that's
the
I
guy.
would agree.
I don't know how you make it happen, but that's the guy. He would fit perfectly next to Jokic. He's much more of a ball handler than Michael Porter Jr., which isn't saying much. But
No,
he
it's
is
not.
able to put the ball on the floor way more than MPJ, especially in his time with the Nets, where he's been asked to probably do more than what his ideal role is on a championship contender, kind of similar to Mikal Bridges, where he just expanded his game in an expanded role. You know, that's not what you want him to do on a contending team, but it just makes him better, gives you more options, and that's what Cam Johnson could do. He could handle the ball in the pick and roll a little bit, you know. Probably a better defender than MPJ, too. MPJ's a great rebounder, which doesn't, you know, I guess doesn't matter
really
really
don't
in the
even
good
need that.
2025, but Jokic is grabbing 20 rebounds a game anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I mean, there's really not much they could do because you can't trade Jamal.
You can't trade Jamal.
You can't trade Jamal.
That
I'd
contract,
probably keep Russ personally.
you have to.
Russ was solid as hell for them.
You have to.
They only gave him a 1-year deal, right? He's a free agent again.
Yeah.
So you probably just give Russ like another
Mid-level
1-year
exception,
deal, and you know, hopefully he comes back. I think he will come back because him and Aaron Gordon are like this, so that he'll probably be back. But again, Russ was, for as good as he was also really bad
in
at
the playoffs.
times. Like,
But they
So
don't get
bad.
to 57 wins without him. So
They don't even win
like
the first
54,
round
whatever it
without
was.
him.
right,
Yeah.
exactly. He
Yeah.
had so many good moments and this team is just lacking depth so much that you have to bring him back. Christian Brown, you just hope for another step from Christian Brown. Peyton Watson, Julian Strawther, you hope for, you know,
You
internal
hope
growth
they
with
become
those guys.
quality rotation.
Hopefully, who's the kid from
Jalen
Dayton?
Pickett.
Oh my God, no, the guy that they
Holmes.
drafted, yes,
Deron Holmes.
yeah.
He got hurt before the season
towards
started. but
Achilles, yeah.
hopefully he's something, and then you don't have to trot out DeAndre Jordan anymore. I mean, we can't see another year of DeAndre Jordan at backup
There's
center.
just no way.
Like,
It's time to.
Especially with like the second apron now and how the NBA is structured, like with their contracts and how much they can offer guys. Like, I'm not so sure they have any means to really improve their team too much. Like, I'm not even sure they have access to the mid-level exception. Like you just mentioned that before. I don't even think they have access to that because they're paying guys
Maybe
to the point where they're above the second apron. And I think if you're above that second apron, you can't
don't
even
have a
offer a
mid-level.
mid-level exception.
Yeah.
So you can't take back any extra money in trades, and like there's a certain restriction to it. It's ridiculous. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of it because it's just made team building almost impossible.
yeah, I think it was a little too much.
I think
over
the
the top.
pendulum has swung too far the other way. Yeah.
There's got to be a good middle ground here, but
Shea's due for, I know it's a Nuggets thing, but Shea's due for 5-year extension worth $380. That's $76 million a year. It's literally going to become like the NFL with quarterbacks. Like you're going to pay your superstar, and then you have to hit on draft picks, and
But even then,
lowball
like the
contracts, like-
$76 million a year for the NBA player is more than half you're
well, the
allowed
cap's
to
going to
pay
go.
for
The cap's going
cap.
to keep going up. But yeah,
even then, like,
yeah, it's still going to be about half the cap
Oh my God.
probably
Do you
for
think
one
Shea
guy.
is Michael Jordan's kid?
Jesus Christ,
No, bro.
it's the other side, brother.
Anthony Edwards.
Um,
Shea's
No, I know.
Canadian, bro.
He is
Yeah,
Canadian.
no, I know, but I'm just saying,
A.
like, I just came up with a No, I just saw his face and I was like, Michael Jordan, maybe. Never know.
Yeah, maybe. You never know. But
he could have
you do know, but you never
15
know.
in the NBA.
That's
you
what I
never
mean.
know.
You never know.
But no, it's just I think it's swung too far. I think it's a rough one, and I think those top tier contracts, bro. If you're a superstar and you want to win games, I'm sorry, but you're just gonna have to start taking a pay cut because it's not possible to build a quality roster around a guy that's making 75 and up. That's impossible,
Brunson took a pay cut and look where they are right now. Semi-conference finals, bro. You know?
and it'll allow them to continue to build their team from this point forward. So. Yeah, it's a rough one. I don't know what these guys like. I'm not trying to get in their pockets and stuff. It's not my business. You don't have to take a pay cut, but like you're not building a successful team around one guy that's making $76 million. It's not happening.
Unless you can because everyone else is doing it too. You know what I mean? Like if that's the only way to.
But that's how
That's
you
the
separate
blueprint.
yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
When your superstar is
Right.
willing to take less.
Right.
Like we watched it with Tom Brady. Like the NFL, for example, you pay a quarterback $60 million, your cap is like still $260. right now. 260, 270. That's what? Less than 25% of the total cap. This is 50% of the total cap. Like,
The thing with the Nuggets is, too, it's like they honestly did get everything that, like, they needed to get to be looked at as a contender this year. We went into this season like, you bring in Russ, you got to hit on that. Like, Russ has to be good.
Yeah.
He was better than a lot of people expected.
Yeah.
Like, Russ was a hit for them. You need Christian Brown to take another step forward. He did. Christian Brown was amazing for this team. You need Peyton Watson to be better than he was. He was.
not by much.
But he was. Like, this team
But you needed other guys to emerge in a rotation, and that's what didn't happen. That's where you failed. And then Michael Porter Jr.
And then you fired your coach, not to mention. Like, we didn't even mention
Yeah,
that.
right. Right.
that too.
But you're right. That's the thing. It's just like Aaron Gordon
Was amazing.
keeps
my
getting
God.
better.
He
Like,
was amazing.
Aaron Gordon was better than he was last season. You know what I mean? Jamal Murray, you know, he had his ups and downs throughout the season, but Jamal Murray this season was probably better than he was last season.
You look at his numbers,
You know what I
he's
mean?
about as good as he was.
Yeah,
In the playoffs,
like-
not so much, but he was, yeah.
But he also had his moments
He had
in
his
the
moments,
playoffs.
yeah,
Right?
he had
That's
some
what I'm
good
saying.
games.
Like you got a lot of stuff that you asked for, yet it still wasn't enough, being my point. And it's just like with the salary cap and the way the NBA is set up right now, it's like, what can you really do around the margins? Because this is Nikola Jokic's prime. Like, you can't draft someone at the end of the first round and wait 2 years for them to be able to be a rotation piece at this point. So, I mean, you're
you
gonna
don't even
have
have
to.
picks to do that.
I was gonna say you're gonna have to attach whatever picks you have to Michael Porter Jr. probably, and then that, like, it's like you're not going to be able to build out the rest of your rotation, which you desperately need more rotational guys. So,
But that's why it needs to be a 2-for-1.
Right.
That's why I'm
Yeah.
saying the Michael Porter Jr. trade needs to be
Yeah,
a 2-for-1.
absolutely.
I don't know who the 2-for-1 is, but the thing is, you take an average NBA rotation player on the Nuggets, they're now an above average
100%.
NBA rotation player.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
100%.
you don't need to take a guy that's elite by any stretch of the imagination in their role. You just got to get a guy that can play a role for your team.
It's just like we could sit here and point out how important having, you know, rotational pieces at the end of your bench are. So I'm sure other NBA teams do that too. What team right now is willing to give up two
Multiple rotation
guys
players, yeah.
for Michael Porter Jr. making what, damn near $50 million a year?
38.
It's 30. Is it
So
really?
damn near $40 million a year?
38.
Like,
Man.
crazy money, bro.
Maybe, okay, I hate to say this, but like this might be the only realistic spot. I'm thinking like one of the rebuilding teams
it's like you look
that
at the,
you throw picks at.
Right.
You're just like, yo, please take
it's
this
like you
contract,
look at
give us
the
two
Nets,
good players.
but the Nets are
Trying to compete,
smart.
no?
Not even just that, but the Nets are smarter than that.
Yes.
To take on a contract like that. Like, these teams are getting smarter nowadays. Like
Or Houston.
Shea just got shoved.
Like Houston's smarter than that, though. Houston's not taking on
No,
Michael
Houston's not
Porter
doing that.
Jr.'s
No
$38
shot.
million. The
I
Jazz,
agree.
like the Jazz are
Jazz
a team
would
that you
never.
should look at as willing to take on a contract or two because they're so bad. But it's like Danny Ainge ain't doing that shit.
How many years does he have left?
I think
Two?
two.
After like two more the
This
next year.
this
and
next this season and the season after.
Yeah, this season and this season.
So, like,
after. Like 26, 27.
You're
yeah.
hindering someone's off season
To be
this
fair,
season and next season.
2
you know?
years isn't that bad for a team to take on for a couple extra draft
It's
picks or
not that bad, but
It's
And you could
not.
probably get two solid ass rotation pieces, even if it's from a bad team. Like, say you give Utah a call, for example. You go and you ask for like Jordan Clarkson and
But it's the same thing as the Cam Johnson.
Kessler.
It's the same thing as the Cam Johnson thing, though. Utah's held on to Jordan Clarkson for so damn long now. Is what's going to make them finally do it. Michael Porter Jr. is $38 million per year for the next year.
Well, you would
No.
pray that he rehabs his value too, and then he's an expiring the next year, and that's intriguing to some teams too.
100%.
So
It's just,
yeah, expiring would be a different case. But
I agree 100%. Expiring would be huge.
like the
That's
Nets have a
incredibly valuable.
shitload of money
it's
this
just like you
offseason,
look
know,
at
like-
these rebuilding teams and the appealing assets that they do have are guys that they've held on to for a while now and probably should have been traded. And it's just like, again, is Michael Porter Jr. and a late first round pick or a second round pick what's going to make them decide to let go of these guys? Like, probably not.
So then what? Are the Nuggets just shit out of luck?
I mean, it's the NBA, so like anyone
They'll
could be
make- yeah, something will
traded,
happen, yeah.
but
No,
like it's
MPJ
just,
can be traded. He's not untradeable.
Yeah, it's just hard to like look at it and find a team that like it makes sense for. Personally, I
That's
could see
why-
a team. It has to be a team being being stupid. Like maybe the Hornets go and do it because the Hornets are just like it has to be a poorly run franchise. And the
Yeah.
thing is,
There's very few
these
now.
teams are getting much smarter. Like the Nets,
Yeah.
you know, they're not on shit. They're not contending anytime soon, but the Nets are being run much better than they were in years past. The Jazz are being run much better than they were, even
Yeah.
though they're not contending and they're not fucking close either. But like, it's fucking Danny Ainge at the helm. Like Danny Ainge ain't gonna do something stupid. You know what I mean? And
Never does.
I feel like taking on the Michael Porter Jr. contract is probably a little bit silly. Again, it's only 2 years, so I'm sure someone's gonna come out of nowhere and do it. But like, it's not gonna be a playoff team. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
shit, if the Timberwolves get fucking packed up in 4 games here by the Thunder, Timberwolves ain't going out of their way to go get Michael Porter Jr. You know what I mean? The Lakers, who got packed up in the first round, the Lakers
are
ain't
not
going out of the way
to get
The
him.
Warriors ain't going out of their way to get a Michael Porter Jr. Like,
No.
it's not going to be a playoff team going out of their way to get him. It
Yeah.
has to be a bad team, and again, it's just like these bad teams got smarter. So, I don't know. He's
So
like
minimums.
in my opinion, he's about as close to an untradeable piece as you could have in the NBA right now.
Yeah, Bradley Beal exists.
He's right. Like Bradley Beal
probably
is
a better player. Like I hate to say it, but like
Bradley Beal is a better basketball player
he's
than
a
Michael
better
Porter Jr.
player. Like
But
the contract. Yeah,
contract.
100%.
contract, yeah, the contract
and the no trade clause.
But yeah, Bradley Beal is definitely the top one
Fuck
like
gave him a no trade clause.
untradeable asset in the NBA.
Boston Wizards.
Yeah.
He probably the number one most untradeable asset in the NBA right
Yes,
now
he
by
is.
a wide margin.
By
but
a
like,
wide margin.
Yeah.
shit, PJ
close.
right there in that second tier.
MPJ's stats for the playoffs were 9.9 points on like 39% shooting.
And granted, he had one shoulder. Like he's
Yeah.
better than what he. But also
Yeah,
that's
but he also
that's
had
another
a game
thing
where
that
he went
matters.
off
Right.
with that bad shoulder. Like what?
Right, and that's another thing too is he's really not healthy normally. Like
Yeah.
more times than not, he's dealing with something, which matters.
So
Who do you think the most like? So we mentioned Bradley Beal, we mentioned Michael Porter. Who's like more like untradeable assets in the NBA right now? Like let's give like a top 5, I guess.
so
Bradley Beal is there, MPJ's in there.
I don't know, honestly. Off the top of my head, jeez.
Paul George.
PG, yep.
Paul
PG 's
George.
Paul
a good
George is
one.
easily in there.
But I think a team would be willing to take on the Paul George contract.
You got to be pretty desperate though.
and believe it.
Yeah, I think like
There's
again
3
like
years
Michael
left on that
again
bitch, like,
Michael Porter
you gotta-
Jr. is someone gonna take it on.
Yeah.
Like there's no doubt in my mind he gets
Yeah.
traded, but for the sake of the segment, yeah, Paul George up there
Rudy?
for sure.
Actually, Rudy's only making like 33 a year after this. That's really
Rudy,
not
like-
bad for
Yeah.
Rudy Gobert.
Rudy like has a home. You know what I mean? Like they're not. I don't think they're gonna.
Look to trade
You
him
know?
anyway.
There are really
Honestly, the
There's
PG
not many
the
untradeable
PG
assets
MPJ
anymore.
swap might not be that crazy because they get off the Philly gets off the contract sooner.
it'd still take another piece for them to
No, I mean like
Match salaries,
other
though.
pieces, right? But like that might not be that crazy if Philly.
MPJ
You know?
and like Zeke Naji for Paul George.
Yeah, I mean
Not a bad
Shit, I would do it. On both
Denver's
sides,
desperate.
I'd probably
Denver's
do it.
desperate.
I like that.
Yeah.
I think that makes a lot of
Philly
sense.
gets a
for both
little
sides.
bit younger.
Yeah,
Who else is untradeable?
I don't. There aren't many, bro.
Marketing makes a lot of money.
But marketing
But he's a
isn't
good player.
untradeable.
He's
A
just
team
such
would-
a
He's just on such a
intriguing
shit
asset,
team.
like
Yeah.
being 7 foot and
He's
able
a-
to shoot like that.
He's on such a shit team
Look
too.
through teams right now.
oh my god, that'd be perfect, bro. Laurie Markkinen on so many teams would be amazing.
He was almost a Warrior, bro. That should have happened.
The Bucks. Damian Lillard.
Damian
Lillard
Dame
is
with
the
injuries,
untradeable
yes.
asset.
Yeah,
yes.
he ain't going nowhere.
The most untradeable contract.
So what?
in
Brad
the NBA
Beal,
right now.
MPJ, Paul George, Dame.
Yes.
Do we have another one?
There's not many others if there
Jazz
are
don't
any.
got no one. The Pelicans don't really got no one. The Spurs don't. Blazers don't.
No.
Suns, Bradley Beal. The Mavs don't. The Kings.
Do you?
Zach
I'm
LaVine's
not putting
making.
Zach
a
I was about to say,
ton
do you
of
say
money,
Zach
but,
He
like,
is, but he's a
they
good
just
player.
traded for him.
Yes.
So like,
but people
He's
are
also
like,
on that list. He's easily the best player.
yeah.
oh, by far.
Yeah,
at this
he's
point,
yeah,
yes.
he's still a good player.
by far at this point.
Timberwolves, no.
No.
Clippers, no. Nuggets, MPJ, obviously. Lakers, no. Rockets, no. Thunder, no.
Wow, what a block.
Yeah. So that's basically the list.
Yeah.
What a group of guys. How many games does that team win? What's the squad? Damian
Oh my
Lillard,
God.
Bradley Beal,
Michael
Paul
Porter Jr.
George, MPJ, and who is the fifth guy? Zach LaVine at the 5?
None. They ain't winning
No
none.
games?
They might not play any games. That's why they're all missing the season.
Bro, who's playing center? Who's the all-untradeable
MPJ's
center,
the center.
bro?
Yeah.
Nah, there's got to
gotta
be
be.
another one. There's got to be another
Oh,
one.
like another piece?
Yeah, bro. They
Not
can't.
really many centers on crazy deals.
No, they're not.
Like that.
They're not. Not at all. Centers are actually...
Embiid?
Yes.
Is
yes,
Embiid the
yes.
answer there?
They overpaid the shit out of Embiid, yeah.
But it's like someone, like if Embiid became available, someone taking the chance on Embiid.
I'm
too
I'm
talented.
not sure.
Earlier in the season, I liked Embiid to the Pacers, but now I don't think they'd pull the trigger on it because
No.
they're actually a good team
He
now.
too talented. Someone with. What up, Bradley Beal?
Yeah, shout out
Shout out Bradley Beal.
Shout out all the untradables that'll end up being tradable because that's how the NBA works.
Bro, Beal might get cut. Like, they were talking about actually cutting him before they...
That's so much money
so
to just
insane.
pay a guy. Like,
To go away.
I mean, shit, if you
You're
trade
paying him to
KD
go
and Book,
away.
and then, you got to
yeah,
tank.
I mean, if you trade,
You know?
if you trade one of those guys, probably if you trade KD, you eating that contract because you just can't trade it.
What are some other
Like
trades going?
he's
So,
like MPJ is untradeable, but someone will trade for him. Bradley Beal is dead ass untradeable because he has a no
He
trade
has
clause.
no trade
Like he
clause.
dead ass on. Like you're gonna
Yeah.
have to if you want to move on from him. Like you're just gonna have to eat the money. Like that's just what it is.
let's do this real quick. Where are these... how do I intro this? Like, NBA, like, big trades, like blockbuster trades.
What are the NBA trades you most want to see this offseason?
Well, I was just gonna rattle off names, but
Oh, players?
yeah. What are some destinations for these NBA players this offseason?
Yeah. If you have names, yeah.
What are some potential destinations for these stars this offseason? So KD, where's he going?
I like Houston.
I think Houston's like they've been in the talks before. Like I think it just makes too much sense.
I feel like KD's always running around everywhere.
That's what he does.
He is, yeah.
Yeah,
There's one team. It's the New York Knicks.
dude.
It's just not happening.
Don't even get me excited like that.
I don't even,
I feel like that
I don't
would
even
kind
want
of throw off the equilibrium.
What do you
of the Knicks,
mean?
though.
I'd rather KD over Cat. I'm sorry. I just would.
I don't know. I think we got a good thing
I like
going. I don't
Houston.
think we should.
What if
Houston
Roll
makes the
KD.
most sense. The
Yo,
simplest
what
destination
if-
for all these guys.
What if the Lakers just extend Austin Reeves and throw Austin Reeves, match the salary somehow, and just all
Gabe
the remaining
Vincent, Rui
picks,
Hachimura.
and all the remaining picks, and team up Luka, KD, and LeBron with no one else on the roster, with
me-
Wenyan
with me at
Gabriel
center.
starting
And
at
Bronny.
center.
How many? How many
Bronny at
games?
point guard and
How
Wenyan
many
Gabriel
games
at
with
center.
Bronny and Wenyan Gabriel playing? How many
Yeah,
games? They
Luka,
win?
KD, and Bron is
they'd
next.
win 45.
They
Something like
might
that.
get 50.
Nah, they ain't get 50. They barely got 50 this
Bro,
year.
Luka, KD, and Bron is insane. What if though? What if the Lakers?
That'd
they
be some
could do
shit,
it.
man.
Like
That'd
they,
be some shit.
I don't think a KD trade would cost too much.
No.
I think the KD trade is costing a lot.
It's
No, I
still
don't think so.
KD, but
he's on a 1 year deal too.
yeah,
36 on a
like he
one-year
on
deal.
his last leg.
But I think you're talking about
Especially
that
if you,
prior
like,
to you
probably.
trading for him.
Especially if he wants out too, then you lose leverage a little bit.
I think
like-
Houston is the perfect destination, but I don't know if it just doesn't feel right. Kevin Durant
Kinda
on
does,
the
though.
Houston Rockets,
kind
like,
of does feel right.
He went to Houston.
He
You know
really
what?
is.
Kevin
He-
Durant on the Phoenix Suns
Not
never
Houston.
felt right.
Yeah,
Kevin
it's
Durant
true.
on the Brooklyn Nets definitely didn't feel right either.
I think I know the next name you're gonna throw out there, Devin Booker.
Sure, Devin Booker. Where's Devin Booker going? Detroit. I love it.
Troy, yeah.
Detroit.
I love it so much.
Yeah,
Ivy, and then whatever salary you need to make it match, and then whatever picks. Ivy didn't even play this year, so like
Yeah.
the back half of the year for
that's such
in
a
that case.
beautiful
But
duo,
If Booker
like
Doesn't-
handsome duo, like actually
Yeah.
beautiful duo.
if Booker doesn't get made available, whatever reason, I love Zion in Detroit too. I just think the vibes are so good. Does Zion get?
Space
Zion's
is
probably get traded.
nasty.
He might need a little
Okay.
change to get things rolling again, you know?
I think he does. I think he really needs.
Yeah, I
change.
think he needs change a little bit, yeah.
D-Book's from there though, right?
Is he?
I know he
No
rocks.
idea.
He
No,
rocks
I
with
don't
them.
think
Like
he's from
he's
Detroit,
been
though.
like sporting like Tigers hats and shit. I think he is. Bro.
Really?
There's definitely like a while ago, like he was wearing a Tigers hat. Like I know that's a fact. I don't know if it means anything, but
He's from
Is-
Michigan. Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
Devin
Grand
Booker
Rapids.
from Detroit?
No, he's not. You fucking goofball.
What?
you just said.
He just
Said he's from
said it.
Michigan.
Oh.
Yeah,
Is Devin
he
Booker from Nugget?
yeah.
What
So
part?
like that makes sense.
Grand Rapids.
By the lakes?
As if that was going to help you. No, they're by the Rapids.
By the Rapids.
Yeah.
By the
Right, you're
Congo
right.
Rapids?
Sure.
Yo.
That'd be
Giannis.
lit.
Where's Giannis going?
Where's it, 6?
Is Giannis getting traded? Where's he
Giannis
going?
going to the Spurs.
Oh, my God.
The Spurs make sense. I think the Mavs are going to do it.
Nah.
I think the Mavs
Really?
are going to do it.
I don't think so.
I know they came out and said they're keeping the number one
You
pick.
can't
but,
trust
like,
anything
right,
Nico Harrison
right.
says.
Bro, I just
They're
think,
not doing it.
like, didn't it come out that the first person they called when they made Luka available was the Bucks to try and get Giannis, and then they tried to get Anthony Edwards, I'm pretty sure. But I'm pretty sure the first person Nico called was the Bucks to try and get
Tried to
Giannis
get
and
Ant?
Luka.
I know they tried to
Did
get
not
Ant.
see that.
Yeah.
That's
They tried to get Ant.
crazy.
Yeah.
He was really
man.
playing 2K, bro.
Like Giannis, like shit. If defense wins championships, like you go get Giannis,
Right.
bro. Giannis, AD, and Kyrie.
That'd be terrifying. That'd
And
be
like they
terrifying.
could, like you have the first overall pick. Like this is what I said to you when we talked about the draft lottery. Like, sure, the Spurs have a fat package they could offer, but at the end of the day, the first pick in this
flag.
year's
I'm
draft
sorry,
is more.
but like when you have that much though, you could just keep saying like, oh, you don't want that. Okay, here go two.
yeah, but
here
Cooper
go
Flag
two
is the one.
I'm looking at Cooper Flag, and I'm looking at
Dylan
the
Harper,
second pick
like,
and
yeah.
Jeremy Sohan. Taking Cooper
No,
Flag.
but it's
every
going to be
time.
so much more
Obviously,
than the
yeah,
second
but
pick
like,
and Jeremy
100%,
Sohan.
But
but
he's still
it's
going to get
just
more
like-
than
it's
the first
probably
pick,
Cooper
too.
Flag is like the foundational piece.
Right.
to
Bro, you could
replace
ask for
Giannis, bro.
literally everything from the Spurs. Like you could be like, yo,
I know. It's
I
just
got
like,
this offer here from Nico, and you could completely lie to them and be like, yo, they got the first overall pick on the table. I want Stephon Castle. I want Keldon Johnson. I want Jeremy Sohan, the second overall pick, and every single other
Birthing
pick.
rights to your
So-
firstborn.
Exactly.
So I know
Exactly.
it's Giannis, and I'm not saying I wouldn't do this. I don't think the Spurs would be willing to depart with the second pick and Stephon Castle.
It's not a Spurs move.
I'm sure they could offer everything
That
else.
is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
I think you gotta like they're gonna want to keep at like if
agree.
they're going for Giannis, you want
They're going
to
to keep Vassell.
you want to keep the second pick or Castle to be the third piece there.
Yeah,
I think.
I agree.
De'Aaron Fox.
I forgot they have De'Aaron Fox.
They have
Holy
De'Aaron Fox,
shit.
guys.
Why did they get De'Aaron Fox?
Why
What
not?
is so- I guess, yeah.
Fox,
Oh.
Giannis, and Wemby? Bruh.
That's tough.
And
Fox
then you
is,
got
I was
Vassell-
thinking
you
like
still
the
keep
spacing's
Vassell?
whack, but Fox is a shooter now too. Okay.
Well, Fox is a pretty damn good catch and shoot guy.
Yeah, he's a
and
shooter.
Wemby's
He's one of those
also
situational
knocked,
shooters, too, where like...
Wemby's knocked
The fourth
down.
quarter
Like,
fucking
yeah.
beast.
and then you
Nice.
still got Vassell, who's also
Yeah.
knocked down, and whoever you put at
yeah,
the
I
three.
guess, yeah, shit. I guess. Fuck
HB,
it,
I don't know.
right.
Harrison Barnes, don't
Yeah, I
matter.
guess Giannis
No.
and Spurs.
Harrison Barnes.
I want to see him go to
The
Dallas.
fuck is your beef with Harrison Barnes?
He ruined my parlay once. My ladder challenge. Oh, on like day 7.
Last two names are the two Celtics guys, KP and Holiday.
I like the
think
Mavs for
Miles
Drew Holiday.
Drew Holiday makes a lot of sense to the Mavs.
KP...
Kristaps is a tough one, man.
Kristaps is a tough
We
one.
talked about. I mean, he's not untradeable.
I mean, the
actually.
Celtics should just keep him.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
They're
you
the
are
thing is
trading
they're
him at
over
the very bottom of.
they're
the
over
barrel.
the second apron, so
They do have to
they
shed
desperately
salary.
need to get some money off their books.
yeah, but
Yeah.
they might be able to argue like a little bit of like not like
What's his
I guess a pay cut.
contract though? It's
Like
almost
30.
done.
I think he's
though,
in.
right?
I
terms of
think
the
he's in
year.
expiring
Yeah.
this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so probably what makes sense for Kristaps is one of them bad teams.
Yeah.
Just taking on the end of the salary.
That's so sad.
Oh,
to
I
see
think
happen, though.
I think a contending team would be willing to part with.
I think it'd be a desperate move for the
I'm
Lakers.
just about to say that.
But
About
I
to
think
say
they
that.
want someone more reliable
Because if
that's
you-
going to be out
bro,
there more.
You
but
could
yeah.
trade Rui and Gabe
Yeah.
and get to the salary.
Yeah.
I don't think they'd be against that, honestly. Or Rui, Gabe, and Vando, whatever the fuck it costs. But like,
Yeah.
I don't think them motherfuckers want to trade Rui unless they're getting like a guy.
Kristaps just too unreliable to.
all right,
Shit,
he's
I
a
wouldn't be
keeper,
shocked
and you
if the
could still go
Lakers
get him.
if the Lakers just go and do the same package they did for Mark Williams.
Yeah.
Just run it back
Yeah.
and get Mark Williams in the offseason.
That's what I was thinking. I think the Lakers, like, I don't think that's going to be like their first or even their second guy. They might go Mark Williams. They might try like Claxton or something.
Walker Kessler, maybe.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that.
Yeah.
But
Porzingis is just it's a sicky situation because this was
what is it?
this was rough.
the problem. What is it?
Yeah,
We don't
this was
know.
Rough.
He had like one decent game against Orlando, and then
Yeah,
he was
this was
horrible.
rough.
You gotta
Phoenix.
feel like NBA teams are gonna have to get the information like all the intel.
Yeah.
So they'd be making an educated move at the bare minimum. So I don't know. I think the Lakers are really the only team like
What the
competitive.
fuck was that?
He got fouled.
Did that count?
He didn't make it.
Didn't go in.
Oh, it didn't go in? I thought it went in.
No, the only competing team that would make sense for them to take a shot on him. So
Yeah.
Drew will have a bunch of shooters. Drew will always have a bunch
He
of
was
shooters.
ass too, bro.
He was, but it doesn't matter
Nah, he'll
because
have
he
a bunch
brings
of shooters,
great
too.
defense.
I like Dallas for Drew, yeah.
He's been there, done that, won 2 titles. Like, it doesn't matter what his contract is. Teams will line up.
Yeah.
Denver makes a lot of sense for Drew Holiday.
Sure.
I
So,
like that. Cool. That's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
all right. One other thing, and it's for 5 people. I want you guys to name the top 5 players in the NBA playoffs to this point. Tom, go ahead. Who is your top 5? I mean, this guy's gonna. This
The MVP had to drop 37, right? Like, it's got to be Shea 1. Brunson.
You're putting them in order.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shea 1, Brunson 2. Tyrese
You're going down my line right now.
3.
Do it. Do it. Put him above him,
Dude.
He deserves to be there.
I think he might. I think it's Beyblade at 4, man. I think
Hell
it's Julius
yeah.
Randle at 4
Hell yeah.
and at 5. Julius Randle has been a dog these playoffs. And maybe I'm buying into the redemption arc too much, but I don't care. He's been a beast. So yeah, that's my 5.
And then 5 is Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
That's what I was just gonna assume. Yeah. I'm gonna take that same exact list, but I'm gonna swap Anthony Edwards with Julius Randle.
Understandable.
think-
Go ahead.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just a salty Knicks fan, but yeah, I feel like I don't know. I feel like Anthony Edwards is just like
Polarizing and
he's just
Good at basketball.
He's polarizing.
yeah,
good at
he's very
basketball.
good at basketball. Yeah.
There's been a lot of eyes on him. I've been really,
Yeah.
seeing him give it his all, and it's like same thing with Julius Randle. I don't know. It is very head to head. I guess if I want to be different, I'm gonna put Anthony Edwards slightly above Julius Randle,
Sure.
and also a little bit of me being a salty Knicks fan.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, Man's averaging 27, 8, and 6 this
Yeah,
playoff run.
bro, like it's hard to not put that over.
He had 32, 9, and 6 and a loss. Just
Randall's just been that dude, though. He might be averaging a little bit less, but he has been so. Oh my God! Never mind.
Oh.
Oh, 6
Oh God,
points?
no! I can't do that.
Oh my
Bro,
God!
He's 2 for. Bro, he threw him a tornado. Oh man.
Yeah, so my list is
stand
gonna
on
be
business.
my list is gonna be Shea, Brunson. It's in my blood. I'm putting Anthony Edwards at 3. Don't care. That is what it is. Anthony Edwards is just a better basketball player, has been in this postseason. Tyrese Haliburton at 4, and shit, after that, I don't know. I mean, Siakam hasn't been too great.
Miles Turner's been
Siakam
great,
has
though.
been
Miles Turner's been pretty damn good. Yo, I'm gonna put Karl
Wait,
Anthony
Karl-Anthony
Towns at 5.
yeah.
I'm gonna put Karl Anthony Towns at my 5. So I got Shea, Brunson, Ant-Man, Tyrese, Cat. That's my 5.
I like that a lot better than what I did. I should
Thank
start
you.
going last.
Yeah, Shea is number 1 pretty easily.
Yeah,
gotta be.
This man is different. He really is different.
And all they're
15
gonna point at is his
Yeah,
free throws.
15 free throws. Well, guess what? He drives to the rim the most in the NBA.
Stop fouling him.
And stop fouling him. Exactly. Stop fouling him. Shea is easily number 1. Number 2 is very clearly our boy, our king, our savior, Jalen Brunson. Number 3,
Do it. Do it.
I
know you
want to
want
be
to.
unbiased.
You know, you
And I
gotta do
will
it.
be unbiased. Tyrese has been awesome, and he's shut down all the overrated allegations, all the overrated talks from NBA players in the athletic poll. Man, he shut that shit down real quick. He is the modern day floor general. He really is. This is you watch Tyrese, and we used to have the Stocktons, we used to have the Magic Johnsons of the world. But Tyrese Haliburton brings a different flair to the modern day NBA where it's, he's averaging close to 20, if not 20 now, and 11 assists. He's awesome. He doesn't turn the ball over. He's a floor general while also being able to turn up and score in the biggest moments. So Tyrese's been the third best in the playoffs so far for me. And fourth is Anthony Edwards. And after that 2 for 11 performance, I don't even know if I could have Julius Randle on this list.
One game, dude.
I know. Julius Randle is fifth for me. He's been phenomenal throughout the rest of the
You
year.
really think Julius Randle is at a better playoff run than Cat?
Yes.
I don't know, man. I think Cat's been pretty damn
Well, now I
incredible.
got to change my list because you were the one that made me put Randall at 4.
I didn't know he shot 2 for
exactly.
fucking 11 tonight.
I'm going to audible here. I'm going to go. So it's SGA, Brunson, Tyrese, Edwards. Oh, it's close.
I'm still having Randle up there. That's
I'm gonna since he was in there originally. I'm gonna have Randall at 5, but it's close with it.
I'm gonna change my list too. I'm gonna go Shea. Sorry, I'm folding. I'm gonna go Shea, Brunson. I'm gonna go Anthony Edwards,
Yep.
Tyrese Haliburton, and Cat. Cat in the hat. Yeah.
I got Cat too.
Because you know what? Instead of me being like a salty Knicks fan and taking Julius Randle 5th, I'm not even going to take him at all.
Be a biased Knicks fan.
Well, that is
I'm
being
being
a salty
I'm
Knicks
being
fan,
a biased Knicks fan. I'm going with Cat at 5. That's it.
I mean, no, that's
Y'all take a phone break?
It's fair.
no, I was looking.
No,
at
I'm looking at I'm looking at Julius Randle's numbers right now. I've listened to you. I'm sorry.
It was like 24 and
Randle's
yeah.
shooting 52.2%. That's going down now, but 39.
Ken had a bad game or two in there too, though. Like
multiple
Yeah.
bad games. Let's
and
talk about that.
His defense has been like it was
Hit or miss.
Yeah, exactly.
He's had some great defensive.
He has.
But here's the thing:
That's-
Randle's defense all playoffs has been pretty damn consistent. So
It's been good.
it's been real good.
So is Cat though.
It's hit or miss.
Yeah, it's Cat's had some really bad defensive lapses. Like
It's been hit or miss. I would
I
take.
think
Julius
for the
Randle
most
over.
part, Cat's been pretty damn good on defense. He was bad last night.
He's
but
been bad for
he was
more than
bad
just last
yeah,
night.
yeah. It's more than this.
It wasn't
last
even
night.
like bad last night. It's just like
Some
a
of that
fourth-quarter
Pistons,
fallout.
some of that Piston series, dude, was
Yeah.
hard to watch. Hard to
Yeah.
watch Cat on the floor.
Celtics
Yeah,
for the
that's
most
fair.
part he was
was
great.
great.
Yeah, he was great.
He was
against
really
the
good
Celtics.
against the Celtics, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. But that
Yeah, that's
Pistons
fair.
series was ugly.
Yeah.
Like it was an ugly defensive series for Cat. But yeah, no, I think Randall's been awesome almost all playoffs aside from this one game. He really hasn't had stinkers like that.
Who
so
knew, man?
Yeah, but he also wasn't playing against these fucking dogs on OKC, man.
That's what I was
You know?
trying to say in the lead up.
I kind of like want to take back my.
No,
You're not
Oh my
taking
God,
it.
bro.
fuck no, bro. Stop doing this
Can't
bullshit.
take back your prediction
Take back
after
your
they're
2-0
down
prediction.
0-2,
Oh,
bro.
No, I when I say take
Oh,
back,
take
I
back
mean-
your prediction?
Yeah.
No, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
No.
Well, I
Yeah.
can't
It's still
because I made my prediction.
Bro, Wolves
but I'm
in
just
6
saying.
is still Wolves in 6. We still alive. Wolves in 6. We still
They
alive.
can win in
Shit,
6.
we
Yes,
go
they
back. We
can.
go back to
They can.
Minnesota now.
We in Minnesota.
We in Minnesota now.
Yeah, it's funny because this was an ugly first 2 games for them. Real ugly first 2 games
Wolves
for
in
them. We'll
6.
transition
We still
right
alive.
into that. So I'm gonna be honest, didn't watch any of the first half of this game. Kind of paying a little bit of attention while we were doing the pod. For those of you, we are recording at night. This is Thursday night, where we were watching some of the OKC game. I missed the entire first half, like I said, and I caught some of the second half when I was checking the screen and stuff. So OKC once again a dominant victory, 2-0 up in the series. Neither game has really been close. The fourth quarters have not been competitive. So yeah, I mean SGA is just. God damn, man. The consistent 30 to 40 every night. You just know what you're getting every single night. The role players showed up tonight. J-Dub had 25, I think it was. So
He's been great through 2 games.
he has. He answered the call.
Yeah, the big takeaway is just the Thunder's ability to go on these huge runs.
Yeah.
And it's been in the third quarter of both games, but it starts on the defensive end. They just go on these like these 6-minute stretches where the opposition just can't do anything.
Forgets how to play basketball.
And it's just a shit ton of turnovers, and it's just fast break layups. Like, that's really what this was. A close game in the first half. I think Thunder were up 8 at halftime. Game 1, the Thunder were down 9 at halftime. Timberwolves were up, and third quarter they just go on an avalanche, and it starts on the defensive side. I mean, they're just insane
That
defensively.
crowd adds to it.
Yeah.
They
Yeah, that's a hell of
multiply
an
it by
element.
like 15.
That's what I was gonna say. The Thunder are just playing with like a sense of impending doom that a run is coming soon. Of you're not gonna be able to score, and then you're not gonna be able to stop them. So
Yeah.
and then it's just like they're such a deep team
They have
too.
aura.
Like they have so many guys that I'm so sick of that. So many guys that would be 6, 7, 8 mans on other teams. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's insane what they're on right now.
Yeah, and the thing about their defense is like they force a ton of turnovers, but they force a lot of live ball turnovers that are ending in, again, fast break layups or dunks that just, one, get them going, but two, get the home crowd going that they build off of. Like, you know, when Alex Caruso gets a steal and it ends in a J-dub layup, that place erupts. So
Yeah.
They just have
When
so
Alex
many.
Caruso does anything, that place
place
Oh,
erupts.
it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. The Lakers could use a guy like Alex Caruso right about now. But no, it's just they're unbelievable because not only does their rotation go 11 deep, they only had what, 3 steals? What does that say? That's
steals.
Oh,
That's
SGA
SGA,
had 3 steals.
yeah.
I
No,
was
it
gonna
says
say.
the Thunder have outscored the Timberwolves 67-39 in the third quarter of the first 2 games.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that'll do
I
it.
mean, it's
Oklahoma City has never lost the best of 7 series with a 2-0 lead, 13-0.
there is no
For the first time for everything.
Yeah, hell yeah.
There is no bad
and 6.
defender in
no.
OKC's rotation really either. That's the craziest part. And not only is there no bad defender, there's like 5 guys that probably can make an all-defensive team.
Yeah.
And they're all connected, and it's just they know what you're doing before you're about to do it. And that's why they just predict everything. They're so great in the passing lanes. Like, this team is unreal.
I mean, Caruso might be one of the smartest defenders I've ever seen. I don't know.
Yes.
Like, I don't know how he does it, man. He was guarding Jokic. I mean, the whole team was guarding Jokic, I know.
it really was.
But, like, bro, he was manned up on Jokic
Yeah.
and, like, giving him hell. Like, I've never seen anything like it.
You got Lou Dort, who's
He's a white
literally
Tony Allen.
fire hydrant.
But he's a way better
Well, I don't know if
offensive
Lou
player.
Dort is a white Tony
No,
Allen. but-
Alex Caruso. No. Lou Dort's a black Tony Allen.
Exactly.
They're doing like
Literally.
they're doing a highlight reel of all the shots missed by
Yeah.
Minnesota.
Well, yeah, it's OKC's defense.
Yeah.
That's what they're
Lou
showing.
Dort, all defensive first team today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just can't.
Shout
You
out
guys see the all defensive teams?
What was it? Lou?
First team was Dort, Mobley, Draymond. Let me see. Let's pull it up.
Dyson had to be.
Dyson was on there.
Of
Yeah.
course, Dort, Mobley, Draymond, Dyson.
Who's the 5th guy? Let's guess. Let us guess.
Yeah,
the 5th
yeah.
guy. Don't tell us.
I'll let you do the second team too.
Oh God, I don't got a shot at
5th
this.
guy is Jaren. It's
I
positionless,
think you're right. I think you're right.
It is positionless.
Yeah.
How the fuck can I find this?
Derek White.
No.
Not
No.
Jaren.
Not
Not Derek
Jaren.
White.
Drew
Giannis?
Holiday?
Who'd you say?
Giannis.
No.
Drew Holiday.
Nope. It's gonna make so much sense.
Caruso.
No.
Wemby. No.
No.
Isaiah Hartenstein.
No.
Hey, don't hate.
Rudy.
No.
Jaden McDaniels.
No.
Damn it. Oh my God. Is it Chet?
No.
DiVincenzo?
Yeah, that's it.
It's gonna make so much sense. Like, is that sarcastic or you're being?
No. Like when I say
OG.
no.
Bruh.
It's just a name that, like, yeah, he belongs there. Like, it's
Where does he
I
belong?
feel like we said
on
all
the
the
all
names.
defensive
I
first
thought
team.
so too.
I'm trying to go
Can't
down.
be
the
Herb
list of
Jones. He didn't
teams.
play this year.
Josh Hart?
No.
Trying to
Herb
go down
Jones
the list of
playing,
teams.
I'm
I'm
just
not gonna
stupid.
He's
look
not
at
on
the
there,
list
no.
of teams.
Tyrese Haliburton?
J Dub.
No.
Shea.
Nope.
Somebody said Chet already or no?
Yeah, no chat.
I am at a loss of.
No, we can still
Names.
we can see let them rip.
Yeah, we have to get this.
You guys
right?
got to get this.
Aaron Gordon.
No.
No. What type of guess is Aaron Gordon?
He was in the playoffs.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
that guy.
Jokic.
No.
Fucking
No.
Christ.
God, no.
Dylan Brooks.
Nope.
Ooh.
Ahmed Thompson.
Amin Thompson, yes.
Okay.
I was on the right track.
You guys
there.
can say the second team. It's pretty impressive. You guys said 3 of the
I was gonna
names.
say Jaren on there.
Jaren's on
probably.
there.
Giannis
Derek
on
White.
there.
Giannis is not on there.
Wow.
No Derek White.
What? Alex
OG,
Caruso.
Nope.
What?
Shea or J Dub maybe.
J Dub's on there.
Really? Over Caruso?
Yeah, over
People
Caruso.
love J-Dub
All-time.
defense.
He is really good on defense. Don't get me wrong, but just look at that mother.
Second-
Bro,
all
his head is
defensive
so
second team.
We
goddamn
got
shiny.
J-Dub, Jaren, and who was the third one that we got already?
You
We
didn't.
got it.
No, you said we got 3 guys.
No, you said them before. You've said that one of the guys you said his name when you were guessing all defensive first.
Bruh, you
Oh.
don't make me go through them motherfuckers again,
It's
bro.
closer than you think.
OG.
Nope.
Dylan Brooks.
No.
Julius Randle.
No.
Jaden McDaniels.
No.
Cat.
Rudy.
Yes.
Oh, there.
So we got
Stop you throwing out the funniest
we got
names.
Jaren, we got Rudy, we got J-Dub. No Derek White.
No.
You said
Drew.
no, yeah.
No. One of them's a ball knower pull.
Ball knower
knower
pull.
pull.
Oh,
Monty
no.
Kamara.
Yes, Tamani
Good
Kamara.
pull. Good pull.
Last one. This one surprised me a little bit. Big man.
Big man.
Big man.
Jaren Allen.
No.
You said we didn't say him.
No, you didn't say him.
Maybe you forgot Chet.
No. I didn't forget.
Zubac.
Zubac.
There it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn,
Let's go.
Zubac on an all-defensive team. Shout out to him.
Wasn't
bro.
expecting that.
He was
yeah.
season,
fucking
bro.
phenomenal.
No, he
Over
was, yeah.
Chet is pretty fucking
Yeah.
insane, though. Like, let's.
Jaden not on there is pretty pretty
McDaniels.
surprising.
Jaden McDaniels not on there is criminal.
Yeah.
Alex Caruso not on there.
Did
is
Chet make
Derek White.
the game requirement for that? Maybe that's why. Chet ain't
65?
on
Probably
there.
not.
I think he did.
He might have.
I don't know.
He missed.
He definitely
He missed a good
some
chunk.
time,
He did.
yeah.
You're right.
Zubac over Chet just doesn't feel
right?
correct. Yeah.
Hey,
Shout out to Zubac.
Hey,
too.
Zoo
Yeah,
was
yeah.
awesome.
Shout out to him.
Great post defender, elite post defender, but
Wow. What
Yeah, I
an
don't
all
know.
Played 32 games this year, Chet. So no. Yeah.
32.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that few. He missed a lot in the beginning.
I know he missed a big chunk, but I was
Yeah.
like, what? Okay, wow.
He missed a big chunk, and then when he came back, he was like very
In and
Yeah.
out. Yep,
Yeah.
you're right. You're right. You're right.
All right.
All right, well, that's
think that's
everything.
it for us, yeah.
So, thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to leave a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, follow us on all of our socials, comment down below Knicks in 6 or Knicks in 5. We stay alive, please, because we need all the help we can get at this point. Yeah, enjoy the NBA playoffs, everybody. NHL playoffs too, I guess. And with that,
Ball
Ball
game.
game.
I took some timestamps based on the audio. I don't know how much that'll help you, but yeah.